Barcelona fans, can we all agree that you guys need to stop acting like sports brats? Because the world of football does not resonate and does not revolve around you. It does not revolve around Real Madrid, Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, no club. The world of football is a large and vast place, and people can turn you down. And I need you guys to understand that, because we just got the breaking news this morning that Nico Williams has extended his contract with Athletic Bilbao, and I know that hurts. I know that hurts because you have been the best friend. You have been the favorite one, the one that always goes to help. You have been Captain Save a Hole. However, she chose to remain with her ex. She chose to remain with her boyfriend. She chose to remain where she is wanted and where she grew up. And that is Athletic Club for Nico Williams. Williams. This, I know that it hurts Barcelona fans, I know. But before we get into the whole situation, let's break it down. Let's break what this whole timeline was for Nico Williams to Barcelona. And I will tell you guys why Barcelona did not get with Nico Williams and why Nico Williams chose to play with his brother, play with his boyhood club, and why we need to absolutely praise him for being loyal in football. First things first, it started in the summer of 2024 Euros, where he absolutely shone so bright that even Yamal was in his shadow. He shone so bright in Euro 2004 that Yamal was in his shadow. And then you got the first Barça approach. Nico Williams shines at Euro 2024, scoring in the final against England and helping Spain lift the trophy. His performance ignited interest from top clubs, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Arsenal, among all of them. Despite the buzz, Nico Williams has decided to stay at Athletic Club. He basically decided to stay at Athletic Club for the season of 2024-2025. Citing loyalty and unfinished business. This one, when we looked at the whole situation in terms of the unfinished business, I thought it was because of the Europa League. He wanted to win the Europa League. Plus, the Europa League just announced that they were going to be playing it at the Bilbao Stadium. And so he believed that he was going to get to the final and bring a European trophy for Bilbao, for Athletic Club. And he actually tried his best because he got to the semi-finals. But in this situation, he did not succeed in that sense. And then comes 2004-2025 season. The rise and the rumors. Because that was part of the things that absolutely kept on picking at him. Nico plays a key role in Athletic's fourth place finish in La Liga, securing Champions League qualification, which was absolutely a big one because with Valverde as the coach, nobody knew that they were going to be in this position. Barcelona kept tabs. They kept tabs with Lamine Yamal and Alejandro Balde reportedly urging him to join Barcelona. Athletic Bilbao fans, Athletic Club, might I correct myself, started growing uneasy. Some even defaced the mural featuring Nico Williams and his brother Iñaki. That's how far it got, because they kept on defacing the mural because they felt the place that he called home, the place that he grew up through the academy, the place that he played for all his life, he was leaving them for their rival in Barcelona. And that to the fans were unacceptable. But the fans did not know what was coming in the future, because if they did, I'm sure they wouldn't have defaced his mural. Early summer of 2025, Barça goes all in. They go all in. Barça was saying, whatever it is, I'm giving you the money. Barça just came off of a domestic treble and making Nico Williams their priority target. That was the point. This comes after Laporta basically showed a bit of his hand and said, Barcelona are not going for Nico Williams. But then Nico Williams turned his head and says, maybe I would actually like to play for Barcelona. And then basically pushed all his chips to the front of the desk. He pushed everything to the front of the desk or the middle of the desk, betting it all that he would get Nico Williams. And even some of the people that watch Pillar Sports regularly literally put money on it. They put $20. By the way, Envy, I need my money. They put $20 on Nico Williams going to Barcelona. By the way, kids, do not gamble. It is not right. Because you lose $20. You get me? And then they reportedly agreed personnel terms with Nico Williams on a 6-year deal worth 7 to 8 million euros in salary. Everything from Nico Williams' point of view, based on the reports, were basically reported to be done. It was just Barcelona finding a way to get the deal done with Athletic Club. And the reports came out. Of course, Nico Williams had a 58 euros. That's the key part. 58 million euros in a release clause. And Barcelona was ready to trigger the clause. However, there were financial restrictions and financial concern that loomed over, because they did not want, Athletic Club did not want to go into the place of default. They wanted it, every single dime in that release clause, to be paid the moment you actually go foul to trigger his release clause. That's what they wanted. But Barcelona was negotiating installments upon installments. And then you start seeing where the cracks come in. And then you get to the new month, June of 2025. Financial tensions and La Liga scrutiny. Nico's camp demanded guarantee on registration. They wanted to just understand that Barcelona were going to give them a guarantee that they will be able to be registered every season that goes on as they are Barcelona players. Wary of after the whole thing that happened with Dani Olmo. Calvin, wary of after everything that happened with Dani Olmo. The La Liga president, Javier Tebas, publicly states Barcelona cannot register Nico Williams as of today. That's where the problem started. That exactly was where the problem started, because Javier Tebas, who is the president of La Liga, answered the question. Barcelona cannot register Nico Williams of today. And guess what happened? Athletic Club absolutely started taking advantage of that note. They started taking advantage of that report, because Athletic Club started pressing La Liga to investigate Barcelona's finances. They started pressing La Liga to investigate the finances, because they did not want to lose Nico Williams. And then you come into late June, the deadline drama, because Barcelona set a deadline of July 16th to finalize the deal, in order to basically get the pendulum swinging back their way, in order to control the negotiations. Athletic then counters with a 10-year contract offer, boosting. Oh my God, I need you guys to understand this. Barcelona came in and told Nico Williams, July 16th, we need to finalize this deal. Told the camp, told Athletic Club, we need to finalize it. That is our deadline. And Athletic counters with a 10-year contract offer, boosting Nico's release clause by 50%. So now that it was 58 million euros, apparently we are looking at around 90 to 108 million euros for his release clause. However, Nico hesitated. He went back and asked Barcelona, I need guarantees to join Barcelona. I want to join Barcelona, but I need the guarantee that I am going to play football. I am not going to have the situation of Dani Olmo last season happen to me. And that was a deal breaker for Nico Williams. That right there was a deal breaker for Nico Williams. July 4th happens, 2025. the twist ending. Athletic Club drops a bombshell of an announcement. Nico signs new deal until 2035. I want to say that again. Nico signs new deal until 2035. His release clause now exceeds 95 to 100 million euros, effectively ending Barcelona's pursuit right there. Of course, Nico Williams comes out and says in a heartfelt video, Nico says, I am where I want to be with my people. This is my home. This is my home. But then now let's look at the aftermath. What will Barcelona do in this situation? Barcelona are not short of people that want to join them. That's the key part. They are not short of people that want to join them. This is a situation where they have Luis Diaz on their shortlist and Marcus Rashford. Those are two wingers that play from the left-hand side that can arguably replace Nico Williams. Now, the truth about the situation is none of those two, in my mind, gives you what Nico Williams gives you. With the years on his belt, the ability to grow, the youth, the relationships with Yamal, nobody gives you what Nico gives you. But Luis Diaz just won the Premier League. And we know what he can do. His work rate, his ability to finish, all those things. We know that. Marcus Rashford has the ability to score over 30 goals a season. Now, he hasn't shown it in the last 2 years, but we know that the talent is still there. And then you have Athletic Club celebrating the renewal as an Athletic win. A nod to both Nico and Iñaki Williams, the Williams brothers. So that is how the story of Nico Williams signing an 8-year contract extension, which will keep him at Athletic Club until 2035. It is magical. It is beautiful to see, because a lot of people will go on and tell you that this is ridiculous. He flirted with us for 2 years. Who gives a crap? While Stephen J was at Liverpool, Real Madrid came for him. He thought about it. He flirted it. He let it go on for some weeks and then turned them down. They came back the next year, this time with Zidane even saying, please join us. And he turned it down again. So, like I said in the past, the world of football does not revolve around the big clubs or the so-called big clubs like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester United, Manchester City. I do not care what the big club is. World of football does not revolve around that. Athletic Club is a good team, is a really competitive team that have everything it takes to battle it out in La Liga, has everything it takes to battle it out in the Champions League. And then Nico Williams has the Spanish team, the Spanish national team, to absolutely dominate world of football. Let me know what you guys think about this situation down in the comments. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that follow button if you haven't. If we have brought you value with this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because it does wonders. It tells YouTube that you are rocking with us, and we absolutely want to rock with you. Let me see. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.